First, I should correct you. I have not said that nothing can be done because it has been signed. I think that would be a misunderstanding. I've said that because it has been done, we must go out there, tell people that what has happened is wrong, what has happened is bad, what has happened is unacceptable. That's why I say it's political mobilization. The effect of that is that at the next election, we don't we don't believe that any person who would have understood that will vote for ZANU-PF. They must vote for us or other political parties. So that's what I mean by politics. And then thanks, Anna, for that question of yours. So I clarify, perhaps I used not a proper way. When I say that the struggle is political, I mean we must convince more and more Zimbabweans that this is wrong. And it is wrong at the instance of ZANU. And the only remedy you have against ZANU, if you are a voter, is when you are given the opportunity next time to vote, then don't vote for ZANU-PF. That's what I mean by politics. I hope everyone else understands that. That's what is political. So it's not done and finished. It's done, but the damage that it has caused to the country, ZANU-PF must pay for it. And ZANU-PF pays for it by people not voting for it. That's the political mobilization. What we did not do before, we did a lot. We have no other physical way of stopping ZANU. We are not in parliament. We are out. When we met ZANU within Poland, and if you meet the president, he will tell you that these things we said at the last meeting, it was actually agreed that the bill will be shelved and then to allow our committee, the committee that I chair, the governance and legislative agenda committee, to come up with other proposals that we propose. So we did our best. Not only that, but the public knew what our position was. You know, in a democracy, I think for you in the media, you will help us to explain to people in your writing. In a democracy, you make a lot of impact by simply alerting people to the alternative view. But you can't do anything beyond that. You say, look, this is what they're doing. We think it's wrong. Then the public must also help in doing that. So we did a lot. We told the people that this was a bad process. It was a bad amendment. If it could be stopped, it would stop. But the only people who could stop it were those in parliament. But I know that this is the bill that passed with the highest numbers ever since independence. In the lower house, 191 votes against, I think, a few 22. In the upper house, 65 against 10. In fact, what happened in the Senate is unprecedented in the whole world. Senate, when you go talk about Senate, which is an upper house, it's a very fairly formidable house. For you to get one more vote above what is required, you count yourself very lucky. But in the Zimbabwean Senate, they will be behaving like they don't even understand what the Senate is. It's supposed to be more deliberative, more. I mean, the debates that we saw when they were debating, but when it came to voting, they reduced that entity in something else. So I hope that point is made and so forth. You might have wanted that what would have done. Remember that when we were civic society, we have a reputation for, engaging, getting to streets and so on. That's for civic. Political parties is to look for votes, to try and get more votes when some colleague blunders. So ZANU-PF has blundered. It's our opportunity to try and get as many votes away from ZANU. That's what we are doing. But that's why I said we support other initiatives. But I would join any civic demonstration if the police would want to arrest me. The other time I joined people that were outside the court protesting and so on. Then they refused to arrest me. I've heard some people talking about it. So what else do you want me to do? Perhaps they are going to be arresting me 10 years away from here. It prescribes after 20 years. So I'm sure I still have that offense outside the magistrate court.